get this, unbeknownst to me, apparently there was an election yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it until, I saw the signs and everything, it's getting to the point where I just feel there's always these election signs are just always out there. Right?
Yeah.
So yesterday, I'm like doing probably what most people were doing yesterday. I was getting my head tattooed, so it looks like I have more hair. So you see, I got a whole tattoo on my head.
You can see a big
Good.
difference.
Right? It's crazy. I was there 11, 12, 1, 2, to 3 hours getting my head,
gosh.
getting my head tattooed. My whole, it was a crazy experience, and I loved it. And then when I get out, I call my wife. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm just taking Jake and Kemp to go vote. And I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah, there's an election and it's time to vote. And I was like, whoa, like if anything, you and me were gonna go vote. And she's like, I already voted. I'm like, okay, whoa, like kind of
Overachiever.
like all right. But first of all, how about a little heads up on this election? And second of all, our kids are voting. Like that was such a
That's a trip.
moment.
Yeah.
Like just knowing they're going to drive, I'm still processing that. And now it's time for them to do big boy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
Big
So
deal.
then I go home, and the way I've always voted is my wife and her dad, they like communicate and they fill out like a sample ballot, and then I just copy theirs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Responsible.
yeah, so it was like it was kind of weird. So we went to the voting booth. My wife already did, but then it was my wife drove me and my boys, and we went and we voted, and it was so weird having my kids vote, and then hearing them in the car talk about the primaries and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, Jake. After Kemp would tell him, I go, that's right. Like I didn't know that. I didn't know. I was I'm like, and then tomorrow we'll have a new president. Like, wow, it was just crazy that there was an election. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then doing the ballots. This is the part that really blew me away too, because as they're grown up, my kids, and they're voting, for me, there were 4 people on the ballot that I knew personally. 2 that are like friends of mine.
Yeah, that's weird.
1 that like I talked to all the time and gone to dinner with used to hang out with all the time. Like that blew me away.
Yeah.
And then when I got done, I texted him, "Hey man, I voted for you." Like it was really weird. You know what I mean?
That is weird.
And I don't know if he won or not. I don't know yet.
Did anybody respond?
though.
Did he respond to your text?
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
On election day, that's pretty cool.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm sure they're busy. They're in the war room or whatever it is.
I don't know. It was cool. I haven't seen anything. It was just weird. It's just a weird day, man. So anyway, I got my head tattooed.
How's
Does it
that
hurt?
working out?
I think it's good, except for like I'm not supposed to sweat, for like
Oh.
4 days.
That's really hard because it's super hot out.
I know. Well, he's like, walking to your car should be fine. He's like, but don't exercise 4 days. And I'm like, supposed to go work out today, and I don't want to not work out because I was on vacation last week. So
Yeah, but you don't want to ruin your new tattoo.
I know. And I'm trying to think how bad really it is, because I feel like right now it's fresh. My whole head's tattooed, but like, so if I did sweat and some of it ran out a little bit, like it's still probably gonna be better than it was yesterday.
Yeah, and since when do you follow any doctor's orders of you shouldn't do that?
I know.
I remember when you had a cast on your arm, you're like, I don't want it on anymore. I'm just going to take it off.
Took it off the next day
Next day.
with the
Yeah,
hammer.
but I feel like there's a reason he tells you not to sweat.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just saying Johnjay's
For
not going to
me-
follow it.
Yeah, but for me, I'd be like, oh, there's my excuse. Looks like I can't work out. Darn.
Might as well stop by and get a couple pies.
So then my son Dutch too. Check this out. I'm grateful that today he starts school today, right? So I'm normally, it's like these parents like school starts, yeah, get rid of the kids, and I'm usually not like that. I like when my kids are home. I don't want them to go to school. But Dutch, who's going to be a sophomore now, like I need him to go to school because every night's a freaking party at my house. He had 15 kids over yesterday, and the night before, and I'm like, bro, like literally. We had a party for him for his birthday, right? And my wife had 16. There were 16 kids over for his party, and I can't remember who came. There was food. We had everything over, all this food, and I was like, I look at her and I go, the only thing different than normal is that you have balloons and a cake. I go, he has this amount of people here all the time. So like last night, also he had 16 kids over, and she went out and got food for everybody. I'm like, this is just like the surprise party I was telling you about. I said, except there's no balloons.
But
like what?
What a major flex is that? The fact that like your house is the hangout spot? Like, that's a flex.
Yeah, that's all she ever wanted.
Yeah.
When you were first got married,
That's epic.
when she was, when we have kids, I want our house to be the place that kids hang out.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted. And that's the way it is. But I'm like, I have to go to bed. And I'm lying there in bed trying to sleep, and I can hear like screaming, yelling, and diving into the pool, and dogs barking, and hip hop music playing outside, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. So thank God school started today,
Yeah.
so it could stop. Not about the education, just so Dad can get some sleep.
That's what it's all about.
I know. TV, real quick. I finished watching the most hated man on the internet.
Last 30 minutes.
Just it's such a bizarre moment because I don't remember any of that.
I don't either.
And Kyle, you started watching that show with Neil Patrick Harris, which I've got some people messaging me about it saying it's really good. What do you think?
It's called Uncoupled, and it's cute. I didn't really know what to expect because I mean, you like read I didn't watch the preview for it, but you read like the synopsis or whatever, and I think it's from the creators of Sex and the City and something else, and then watching it, it does kind of have like Sex in the City vibes. It's like Neil Patrick Harris, and he's in this relationship, and it opens up with him and his partner, and they're celebrating his partner's 50th birthday, and he throws a surprise party for him. But right before they walk in the surprise party, his partner tells him he's leaving him. So it's like he breaks up with him, and then now like Neil Patrick Harris is like dealing with the breakup and like being single and whatnot, and like. The story is, but I think I'm on the 4th episode already.
Did you start today?
Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
they're short episodes, so it's not like crazy to have watched that many. But yeah, it's cute. It's cute. It's building into, and weirdly enough, I feel like they might use some of the music from Sex and the City, like
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Is
The
it in New York
theme?
too?
It's in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and Neil Patrick Harris plays a realtor, and then he gets this client who's going kind of through the same thing, and it's cute. So far, I like it.